Hi, welcome. Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm excited to have two great speakers, Deveeshree Nayak and Madinah Ali. And I'm going to start with you, Deveeshree. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And then I am going to share my in this, today we are cybersecurity, and that way we can see. I hope you can see my screen. So what is cyber criminology? So cyber criminology is a very important topic in the field of interdisciplinary study when we talk about the essence understanding of criminology and cybersecurity. And this combined together, like cybersecurity interdisciplinary study started. Today, I will go over the brief and the fundamental components of cyber criminology and how it is very important to study and understand in a security perspective, especially when we are in the era of cybersecurity. And everywhere we go, without talking of cybersecurity, well, like any operation is not possible. Even if currently we are interacting through online, it's very important that privacy, the internet network security, and then like how the connections and senders receiver messages are very, very important. So I'll briefly touch over that. So first thing is my introduction. So who am I? I'm an educator. I am an assistant teaching professor at the University of Washington, Tacoma, and I'm a proud consider my and in cybersecurity, or want to step into cybersecurity field, there are different ways. Don't be discouraged if you are interested in cybersecurity, if you're pursuing any field, even if sociology, history, psychology, and then computer science, information system, including business, music, physics, chemistry, because cybersecurity is for all. It's nothing to do with it's not bounded by one domain. That's my approach, because I also have a diverse background. I have criminology, criminal justice background, computer engineering with InfoSec specialization, including information science. So I have a very interdisciplinary background. So I know how cybersecurity works in a different perspective. So in the present time, if you are interested in cybersecurity, you have a job in cybersecurity, because it's very much colorful, and every have a place in the field of cybersecurity. So what is cyber? So according to the meaning, if we look for the cyber is, it's a relating characteristics or any kind of culture related to information technology, virtual reality, considered as a cyber. When we take the word, the name cyber comes to our mind. So that's we talk about cyber criminology, cyber security, cyber bullying, anything related to computers, internet, information technology, that's related to we talk about cyber, cyber bullying, cyber trespassing, anything related to when we found cyber and then security, cyber criminology. That's why first thing we need to understand what is cyber. Next is, because today's topic is criminology, what is criminology? So according to the criminology is the study of crime and deviant behavior. So it's basically understanding of how crime and deviant behaviors occurs, and the study of what is pros and cons, and who is behind it, why it's happening, when it's happening, where it is happening, and how we can control and provide a meaningful understanding that why crime happens, because there are various reasons when a crime happens, and to study of all about crime, it's criminology. And it's an interdisciplinary field, because when we study of crime, when we try to understand why it's happening, then we try to look for the reasons and motivations. So the psychology behind it, the sociology behind it, and the socioeconomic situation behind it. We look for we look for finances, we look for technology, we look for like cause, many things behind it. That's why, like, when we talk about study of crime, criminology, it's a very much umbrella of lot of various disciplines. Now, if we combine cyber criminology, what is cyber criminology? So according to Dr. Joysankar, who is the founding father of this terminology called cyber criminology, is the study, the cyber criminology is the study of, causes of crime which occurs in the cyberspace, and also its impact in various physical space in the cyber space environment. This term, cyber criminology, was coined by Dr. Joysankar in 2007. At that point of time, cyber crime was kind of a topic of discussion, but cyber criminology was not that. So it has been a decade that this term has been used, but there are a lot of things and a lot of room of opportunities of research findings, implementation, development of products is a lot to do. So if you are pursuing a career in cyber criminology, there are a lot of room of opportunities for you to discover, invent a lot of things, because it can mold into your passion of interest. That's why, like, people who pursue cyber criminology, that's kind of makes it exciting and very, very appealing to the audience, and especially like new generations who are looking for different ways to impact society and change the world. So again, this cyber criminology is also a kind of amalgamation or kind of a combination of, like, sociology, psychology, IT, security, computer science, victimology, electronics, anything you can incorporate with the psychology environment, why it is happening, when it is happening. It also involves behavioral analysis. So when we talk about behavioral analysis, if you're a business person working in a business environment, financial environment, behavior matters. When we talk about victimization, in the era of social media, every day we see that people try to harass you online, try to like put you down. Like, when I say put you down, means like try to like hate speech. Those are like, victimization, and that must not be tolerated. That happens in cyberspace. And then the study of motivation of cyber attacks, why the attacks is happening, when a cyber criminal is making an attack, what is the purpose behind it? Like thinking of, like, in the back, like, why it is happening, and those internet crimes, because we need motivations to do. Like, nobody, like, many times motivations are culturally, racially, religion, gender, sex, lot of things. There are motivation behind us has to be understand if we want to reduce the attack. So that's like the representation of cyber criminology happens. Next, I would like to discuss, there are universities, and because of, it has been like 10 years, there are certain universities who offers cyber criminology program. These are the major universities, University of Alabama, Rutgers University, Purdue, Florida State. These are University, Arizona, Western College. They provide several programs starting from associate degree to Bachelor's of Science in Cyber Criminology to master's program in cyber criminology. So those criminology programs, if you see, then it's a combination of computer security, computer science, and criminal justice courses. So it provides you fascinating of career in cyber forensic, digital cyber forensic, cyber investigator, loss prevention, data loss, data analysis. Lot of universities like provides us those kind of program. When I started, and I was looking for a cyber criminology program, at that point of time there was like, the university I was pursuing, there was no cyber criminology program in that university. So I studied criminology, criminal justice, and information systems, and I combined together to understand the various perspective of cybercrime and cyber attacks, why it's happening. So I also did the application part, which is we talk about pen testing and the code review and other things. I also did the data analysis and also try to find out why the attack happens, what is the motivation behind it, and what is the environment a cyber attackers look for. So there are advantages and disadvantages of this field. So disadvantage and advantage. What are the advantage is there are plenty of opportunities for research. So you can mold any of your passion, like if you're pursuing advertisement, like, fashion, you can mold with criminology, because those related crimes, and also internet crimes as well. Like there are codes which are the advertisement pretend to be a legitimate advertisement, but it is not. Try to, like, snake your personal information, PII or financial information. So those are things. So it's the fascinating part of cyber criminology is that, like, you can incorporate with your passion. It can incorporate with anything you want to pursue. Flexibility and diversity of ideas. We all love diversity and inclusion in ideas, in also diversity representation. When we talk about cyber criminology, diversity matters. And you see, like, so for example, psychology has, like, very much diversity and inclusion. There are different domains when we incorporate. Medical field also incorporate with criminology, because the study of crime in the medical field. So the more flexibility we have, the more diversity and inclusion we incorporate. So that's a huge advantage. Combination of various disciplines, which already mentioned, and opportunities of qualitative and quantitative research has not done much in this field. So there are disadvantages. So these are the plenty of advantage and disadvantage as well, because of, there is no enough data, there is no enough research has not done. But the point is that, like, if you pursue a career in cyber criminology, you can pursue a career in a various demanding, because we whenever you apply for a job, people look for various knowledge and various people skills, including research analysis, including coding skills. So in this field, you get everything. That's why this field is very fascinating and very attractive, and very much like everybody should pursue, at least, like, for some of their career, the passion. So so there are theories, which is application of criminology theories in cybersecurity. So these are like major theories which the criminologist and sociologist incorporate into cybercrime. If we go in detail, it will be like, each theories will be like 1 week of class, but I'm just like, for your knowledge purpose, I'm letting you know that, like, lot of major theories like routine activity theory, space transition, victim participation theory, these theories are incorporated into criminology to study cybercrime, and the cybercrime, internet crime, cyberbullying, trespassing, victimization, cyber victimization. All these theories are applicated, and once you apply, you can create product, you can go for theoretical research, you can go for practical research, data collections, lot of things. So as a cybersecurity practitioner, these are like, when crime happens, many times as this InfoSec world, we always ask question when and what is happening. We also must ask questions who are behind it and try to find them. And it is very important to find them, to set an example of, like, to and prosecute them under the court of law, that why they are doing and why they are doing. If these are cyber attacks are happening, those analysis, that what is the motivation behind it? Are they attacking because of their state sponsor? Are they attacking because they're targeting a religious community or minority communities? why it's very important to understand why. Once we try to understand why the behind of a cyber attack, then we can address the why reason, then to reduce the cyber attacks as well. So there is enough studies in this area where like going on, but still yet to do a lot of analysis. In this way, like if we combine and study cyber criminology, these are the major problems we can stop, which is study of like viruses, denial of service attack, identity theft, why it's happening, piracy, child pornography, cyberbullying, cyber stalking, which is happens. It's a kind of victimization, study of victimology of intimate partner violence. Then identity theft, fraud in financial industry, people are stealing our own information. Those are the major, and many more. You know, as I said, like this is the evolving field, has been only 10 plus years, and lot of room for improvements, research, and new things yet to come. So giving that, this is the overall view of cyber criminology. Like if you want to like have questions or want to like hear more about cyber criminology, please do reach out to me. I am available on LinkedIn, and this is my contact information. And if you have any questions, I'll happy to answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deveeshree. So you can contact Deveeshree at the information that she provided at any time. I encourage you to reach out. Very, very thought-provoking and exciting. And next, Madinah Ali.
Hello, can everyone hear me? Because I can't start the video. Oh, okay. Okay. Oops. Hmm.
Okay, I think it seems we lost Madinah, but we can, great.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and I'm sorry about the technical difficulty, but Deveeshree, I appreciate you stepping in. Your topic was very interesting. So again, my name is Madinah Ali. I'm the president and CEO of SafeEC Cloud. We were leading IT managed service company. Zoe actually is one of our leading consultants on a startup project that involves cybersecurity. So I'm truly honored to present today. So I'm going to share my screen and wait a minute, new share and then share. And we'll go here. Oh, wait a minute, let me go. So the title of my presentation is the role of managed service providers, MSPs in IT, and why vulnerability disclosure policies are most critical. I picked the phishing image for a reason. Right now, as a managed service provider, trying to protect our clients' systems, one of the leading cyber threats is phishing. It's the employees getting very suspicious emails. So I wanted to start with that image just to kind of let you all know the impact. In my presentation, I'm going to be talking about the difference between a vulnerability in IT security and a cyber threat. I'm going to talk about what is the coordinated vulnerability disclosure, also known as CVD. What is the Cyber Tech Accord, the organization that has over 86 signatories, IT organizations throughout the world, where we have all come together, where we are trying to protect the most vulnerable exposure in IT. And then I'm going to talk about the important role of managed service providers, MSPs, in IT security. I often tell potential new clients, if you're going to go with an IT service provider and they don't have a strategy for IT security, you really don't need to select them as your MSP. So basically, vulnerability in IT security versus a cyber threat. A computer system vulnerability is a flaw or weakness in a system or network that could be exploited to cause damage or allow an attacker to manipulate the system in some way. This is different from a cyber threat in that while a cyber threat may involve an outside element, computer system vulnerabilities exist on the network access computer to begin with. So basically, in a nutshell, this is something that already exists. This may be, an application in Microsoft. This could be an application in McAfee or any software. You're aware of the potential vulnerability, but how is that reported? How is that disclosed to other software vendors? How is it disclosed to government agencies, educational institutions, companies, consumers, end users? So how are these vulnerabilities made attention and made awareness to? So that comes in with the whole notion of coordinated vulnerability disclosure, CVD. And basically, someone finds a vulnerability. And CVD can be thought of as an iterative process that begins with someone finding a vulnerability, then repeatedly asking, what should I do with this information and who else should I tell? Until the answers are nothing and no one, but different parties have different perspectives and opinions on how these questions should be answered. The CERT Coordination Center has been coordinating the disclosure of vulnerability reports since its inception in 1988. It is based at the Carnegie Mellon University Software Engineering Institute. And basically, it's a very organized organization. And I'm going to go more into detail and provide you all with links on how these vulnerabilities in these reports are reported. So basically, governments, corporations, nonprofits, and educational institutions work together to highlight the importance of these vulnerabilities, and therefore that's how the Cyber Tech Accord came to be. So who is the Cyber Tech Accord? And what I'm going to do real quickly, because I want to make this as interactive as possible, I'm going to take you to their website real quickly. And I am going to, and please forgive me because I am always on Teams. So I am not the best navigator of Zoom, but I'm getting there, as they say. So let me take you to where we have the website for the Cybersecurity Tech Accord. Here it is. So basically, the Cyber Tech Accord, in which my company, Safe PC Cloud, is a member. This organization, I'm going to click on the About, it promotes a safer online world by fostering collaboration among global technology companies committed to protecting their customers and users, helping them defend against malicious threats. Now, one of the things that's very important, as these are all the signatories, and I wanted to show you all of these lists of companies so you can see Cisco, Facebook, Juniper Networks, NetApp. I think they still have me listed as, Safe PC Cloud. Here we are down here. Salesforce, SAP. So these are right now, DocuSign, Dell, and just so you know, the Cyber Tech Accord is backed by Microsoft Corporation. And we have the Cyber Trust Alliance. So all of these, Archive 360, all of these organizations, VAST, have agreed to report a coordinated vulnerability disclosure. And one of the things as a signatory, Safe PC Cloud, and I'm still screen sharing, I believe. You should be able to see this, Safe PC's approach to coordinated vulnerability disclosure. So this is where each of us, as signatories, I'm going right back here, as signatories, we have to, and down right here with Safe PC Cloud, we have to create this on our websites to say that we want to disclose if there's any vulnerability in the software, hardware, if there's any going on with our websites. We use this form down here to report a vulnerability issue. So going back, and that's the other thing, let me see. Let me make sure you all can see this. So, okay, okay, good. So this is our website that's dedicated to reporting a coordinated vulnerability disclosure. And so what I say here is that, as a leading managed service provider specializing in data security, data backup, and disaster recovery, follows the coordinated vulnerability disclosure, which has been set forth by the Computer Emergency Response Center or other coordinators who report to the vendor privately, or to a private service that will likewise report to the vendor privately. As an MSP, Safe PC works with several partners to ensure that if there are any vulnerabilities in the software, hardware, we notify our clients immediately and work with our vendors by utilizing the coordinated vulnerability disclosure, CVD. And these are all of our institutional websites. If there's anything suspicious, we have a form that people can fill out, and that information, that information is there. So let me go back to our presentation. Let me go back here. So what I want to say now is, you know, the role of the MSP is becoming more and more evolved, because in the midst of COVID right now, there's so many companies and so many employees working from home. So there's so many vulnerabilities. And I had started with the presentation showing the email phishing, showing the rise, the growth in that. And what I think is important for you all, for the organization to understand, is that traditionally managed service providers, they came in, they just, you know, they made sure your network was running, they made sure you had antivirus protection, they may have made sure your data was backed up or not. But now, so tremendously that every device that touches that network must have some type of secure framework. And what we mean by secure framework, meaning from not just the antivirus, the malware, the intrusion detection, the firewall, also inclusive of the BYOD, which is bring your own device policy, et cetera, et cetera. And so why that is so important is to bring your own devices, because now that employees are working from home, sometimes they're using their personal devices to do work. And that makes the network vulnerable. And we're always trying to prevent a cybersecurity, and that is before, you know, this is an outside hacker before they hit the network. But remember, if they see an organization that's vulnerable, it's a greater risk for cybersecurity attack. So, you know, real quickly, any questions? I've provided, I'm gonna make some revisions to the presentations, because I wanna make sure you have links to the Cyber Tech Accord and also to our website and everything. But this is my LinkedIn profile. That is my email address. Please feel free to email me and definitely connect with me on LinkedIn. But I really would like to kind of have a dialogue. I think that Deveeshree, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, did an excellent
you are.
job talking about cyber criminology, because that is so rampant now, because now criminals can't really physically go out and really you know, create crime and really create, you know, things, you know, that are there. I just think that it's important that that we understand what that is, and kind of correlate that with the role of the MSP, because our role is to make sure that we prevent any cyber attack, but also, you know, recognize that that cyber attack is also this cyber criminal, you know. And I've learned a lot today, because again, everything that Deveeshree's been talking about, you know, I'm thinking these people are really criminals. And now to know that there's a huge formal study in these universities, it's very exciting. So that's my presentation. If anyone has any questions, I'm here for further discussion. And thank you, Zoe.
Thank you, Madinah. So yeah, any questions, definitely reach out to Madinah, whether now or afterward, using the contact information she provided. It's very important that we keep these programs going for vulnerability disclosure and coordinating all of these processes, and the role of the tech accord are similar, and keep building upon these mechanisms. I'm sure that all of you who are already in the field have experienced the importance. Otherwise, you'll continue to learn just how important it is, and also going with who is out there, what's going on, and what is relevant in the world to shape the current scene of cyber criminology and vulnerabilities that are more likely to be exploited given circumstances.
Mm-hmm. So, any questions or?
And we'll be here, the WIA committee and myself in general, Madinah,
Okay.
Deveeshree. Just keep us all posted with any suggestions. I mean, this is exactly why we're a community, so that we can reach out when we have specific questions, specific contributions and offerings and commentary on the topics. Keep building upon each other and the world of InfoSec.
Yeah, if you would like to reach out and research, and then where to start, because many times when we are pursuing cybersecurity, we are in the middle of the career,